Namaste. I'm Susan Kaylock, the president of the Board of Trustees here. I was just about to go into service. Why don't you join me?
Hello, I'm Reverend Bobby. I'm the senior minister here at Namaste. Welcome. We're glad you came to join us. Come on in. We're about to start.
Hello, Namaste. My name is Valerie Day, and I'm a practitioner here at Namaste Center for Spiritual Living, and I am delighted to welcome you to our service today. And we like to start off with a candle lighting. So I just invite you to get comfortable where you're at as we just begin to open our service, lighting our candle. We just take pause. And we read our affirmation. So just allow these words of affirmation to just wash over you. I know that the changeless abides within me. I am calm and peaceful in the midst of confusion. I know that nothing moves the soul from this peace. I draw from this eternal, changeless, infinite power, the diversity of experiences of living this life. Peace, infinite peace, is at the center of my being, in that which is perfect and complete within itself. That self is myself. And so I just invite you, if you feel comfortable, this is our time of invocation. So we just take pause, recognizing that one mind, that one power, that one presence, living in, through, and as my life and the life of each person that is hearing this service, whether they're hearing it live or a week from now or a month from now or a year from now. We just know that this service goes forth as a beacon of light to the world. We just bless each one of our practitioners, knowing that Spirit speaks through them and as them, and that their words of truth land on open hearts. We just give thanks for Faith Rivera being our musical inspiration today, knowing that she is the message, that just her sheer presence and creativity and love and all that she brings fills our hearts, connects us in ways deep and far and wide. We celebrate this virtual service that allows us to have musical inspiration come to us from Hawaii. We celebrate this amazing virtual service and the technology that connects us. How deeply grateful and thankful I am for the power of prayer, the power of community, for each precious soul that's shown up today to create this beautiful container of love. So I bless our container of love, opening our beautiful service with deep gratitude, saying, and so it is, and so I let it be. Amen.
Aloha, namaste. It's Faith here in Honolulu, my bedroom.
Faith, so happy to have you with us. Oh my goodness. So glad that you could be here with us. So here she is. Back to you, Faith.
Okay. So from my bedroom to you, I love you, namaste. I love Long Beach. That's where I moved from it'll be 4 years this year here to Hawaii. And we have shared such special memories. And it has been a strange time, to say the least, since we last saw each other. And that's why it's so meaningful for me to be here to share my new music, a new song, a new album. And and I think a new me, you know. It's called Rise, and it's a song and album that came from breakdown to breakthrough, from anger, sometimes blame and sadness, just to this space of light and power, and, you know, just to find in us, I don't know what the word is, just to be bold enough, irreverent enough to be all that we're being called to. And in fact, I wanted to show you the cover, because sometimes what we're being called to is so different, right? It might be crazy, but we have to say yes. And so that's my wish for each of us, is that we keep saying yes. We let Spirit rise through us like this song. And so on the verses, you can simply take it in, or you can repeat after me. And on the choruses, which I say, rise, rise, Spirit, rise up. As you get to know it, you can sing it just for you as we open up and we let Spirit do its thing fearlessly, without any blockages, just full force, Spirit and light happening right here and now. I close my eyes, I open my heart, I take a deep breath, let the healing start. I lift my hands, I plant my feet, I let love in, I feel the beat that's calling, calling, calling us to rise, rise, Spirit, rise up, rise in me. I ready my soul, I clear my mind, I'm here and now, in present time. I feel the power of 1,000 suns, lighted up the dark. Oh, we rise as one. Oh, rise, rise, Spirit, rise up, rise in me. Sing with me. Rise, 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 Spirit, rise up, Spirit, rise up, rise in me, rise in me, rise in me. I sing to you, I sing to you, you sing to me, you sing to me. Change up this noise, make sweet harmony. Come on and rise, oh rise, Spirit, rise up, rise in me. We sing, rise, oh rise, Spirit, rise up, rise in me, rise in me. Heart to heart, heart to heart, hand in hand, hand in hand, no turning back, onward to promised land. Do you feel the power of 1,000 suns, lighted up the dark? Oh, we rise as one. Love's calling, calling out your name. Love's calling, that's why we came. Love's calling, calling out your name. Love's calling, it's why we came. Come on and rise, oh rise, Spirit, rise up, rise in me. in thee.
Thank you so much, Faith. That was wonderful. And it is so nice to have you back. It's so good to see your smiling face. I say welcome to you from the entire Namaste community.
Thank you. It's my joy.
You're welcome. And welcome, Namaste. I'm Susan Kaylock, your Board of Trustees President, and I invite you to affirm with me who we are. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is love, truth, light, and peace. When you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me, we recognize that we are one. Namaste. And if you would join me in reading our mission statement together. I learn practical science of mind tools and practice in a loving, connective, and vibrant community to reveal my power and change my life. And how do we do this? We awaken to the truths of who we are. We realize those truths. We transform our life. And we go through this cycle over and over again, each time reaching a deeper level. Our power statements: we are a thriving, dynamic, spiritual community. Hashtag we are Namaste, and hashtag this stuff works. And indeed it does. And now to our announcements. We start off with our Digging Deeper series every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. There's a different theme for each week. I will say that to be able to participate, you have to register through an Eventbrite, and we do ask for a love offering to help support this series so we can continue to offer it. It's hosted by our very own Rivera Silva. And coming up this week, instead of on Wednesday, we are moving to Thursday, January 28th for Digging Deeper. And we are going to have a sing-along with our very own Dr. Arnett. We did this a few months ago, and oh my gosh, it was so much fun. So I invite you one and all, Thursday, January 28th, 7 to 8:30 p.m. or 8 p.m. Come sing with us. It is a really fun evening. The other parts of Digging Deeper we have on the second Wednesday of every month. If you want to learn more about Namaste and our principles and our philosophy, our beliefs are centered around Ernest Holmes, and every second Wednesday, there is a study group that discusses his works. For those of you that are singers, maybe inspired a little bit by Faith's performance, we invite you to come on Thursday nights and join the choir. It is branching out and becoming a regional choir, so we have CSLs from all over Southern California that are joining our own choir. It's a lot of fun. I heard them a couple weeks ago, and it is very exciting to see what comes of this new group. Now, you may have received an email or seen it in the newsletter. Namaste is launching a new members portal. And this allows you to go in, change your profile, put a fun picture, make sure your information is correct, and also eventually we'll be using it to connect with each other. And also you can keep track of your classes and your tithing. So I invite you to take a look at the information sent in the newsletter or the email that you received and get online and see what it looks like. Coming up in February, we have our Foundations of Science of Mind class. It's an 8-week course. This is a life-changing course. This is a course where you really get to learn about science of mind. What does it really mean? What is the philosophy? What are the beliefs? And also those spiritual tools that we're always talking about. It's a great class, even if you've taken it. It's a great class to take over and over again. I've taken it, I think, 3 times. Not that I need the help, but that it is always enriching each time I take it. And lastly, every weekday at 7 a.m., join the practitioners on their spiritual call. It's a good time to receive prayer, be able to connect, and get support. Start your day off right, 7 a.m. with the practitioners. All of this information is in our newsletter and on our website. So if you have any questions, check those two places out. And if all else fails, you can contact one of the board members. Thank you. Namaste. And back to you, Paulette. I believe we have Faith coming back again.
Hello.
A little free and happy song.
Yes, yes. What I've known about you, Namaste, is you are all about that spiritual walk. So this song called Free, Happy, and Light is about that season of change. And you are one of those, like I said, about your spiritual walk. So I would guess you're in this season all the time. So here's Free, Happy, and Light. Hello, sun and bright blue sky. Got a feeling this day is gonna be fine, so fine. Pretty birdies and butterflies, so beautiful, everything's so alive. I'm gonna bloom where I am planted like flowers in a garden. Seasons change, people change, and I can too. Let me be brand new, get in the flow. It's time to grow like the first of spring. Gotta spread my wings. It's time to fly free, happy, and light. It's time to fly free, happy, and la la la. Free, happy, and la la la. Now life is lit up so colorful. Got a rainbows dancing in my eyes. It's so bright. I let the sun kiss me head to toe. I'm fresh, I'm golden here in the light. I'm gonna bloom where I am planted like flowers in a garden. Seasons change, people change, and I can too. Let me be brand new, get in the flow. It's time to grow like the first of spring. Gotta spread my wings. It's time to fly free, happy, and light. It's time to fly free, happy, and la la la. Sing that with me. Free, happy, and la la la. I'm free, happy, alive. Sing it with me, it feels good. I'm free, happy, alive. Oh, we're free, happy, alive. Oh, we're free, happy, and la 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 la. I'm breaking through. Let me be brand new. Get in the flow. It's time to grow like the first of spring. Gotta spread my wings. It's time to fly free, happy, and light. I'm breaking through. Let me be brand new. Get in the flow. It's time to grow like the first of spring. Gotta spread my wings. It's time to fly free, happy, and light. It's time to fly free, happy, and la la la. Free, happy, and la la la. Free, happy, and light. Free, happy, and la la la.
Oh, thank you so much, Faith.
You're welcome, Candace.
So wonderful to hear you. And those lyrics just spoke to me. Let me be brand new, right?
Yes.
In the flow. It's time to grow.
Yes.
And that fits so perfectly with our theme and our content today. So thank you. We'll see you soon after a little bit. All right. Hi, namaste. Good afternoon. I'm Candace Stein, one of the practitioners here. And the practitioners, as you might have gathered, are in charge of the service today. And we have a wonderful experience planned for you all. Reverend Bobby is taking a much deserved day with her family. So we bless all of them. And just settle in for this wonderfully powerful service that we have planned for you. So in Centers for Spiritual Living, literally around the world today, the theme is looking forward. And what that means to me is that I know there are thousands and thousands of people united and anchoring in this theme of looking forward. And we know that there is power. Yes, there is power in unity. So God, Spirit, the one life, universal life principle, whatever the name is that you have heard or have for it yourself, what we know is that this is the life force. This is the life force of all. And that it is indeed and has been recognized throughout all of time. And this life force, we absolutely know is creative, highly creative. Look at all that it has created. And there is a law, some say, a law of creation. That is what we believe here in Centers for Spiritual Living. And I'm going to tell you this law is impersonal. And what that means is that it's going to respond to you the same way it responds to me. Its job is to say yes to whatever we put into it. And what I've learned is that my predominant beliefs and thoughts are the things that it says yes to. And I get to see how my life is the way that it is by examining my predominant thoughts and beliefs. So I pay attention. And I've learned through this teaching and philosophy that if I'm having some experience that's not really in alignment with what is my highest good, that I can pay attention and neutralize my thoughts and replace them with something that is in alignment with what I want, what I know I can be. So here we all are. It's January 2021. And around this time of year, everybody starts talking and setting goals for themselves for the year. You might say resolutions of things they will and won't do. But you know what? According to a well-known life coach, there's an absence of that right now. People aren't doing that. And she surmised that perhaps it's because of the, unbelievable year we just finished. She also thought people might be saying, heck, why bother? Well, the practitioners bother. We came together earlier this month and we were treated to the spiritual practice of visioning and setting our own personal intentions for the year. Now, a visioning exercise is a wonderful opportunity where we just get quiet, we get to be led, we get to be asked questions and be in the stillness to hear, to see, to sense what it is that is present. What is it that Spirit has for us to know or to be? And through the Science of Mind teachings, my own evolution, so to say, is that, this idea of a resolution or a goal, that to me just became a recipe for failure, because it really wasn't heart-centered. It wasn't the spiritual nature of me and the truth of me. So what I'd like to share with you is that we're all going to be treated today to a visioning exercise that Nicki will lead us through. And I know visioning sounds a bit woo-woo, so I'm just going to tell you a little bit more about what we can expect. Nicki will ask us a few questions. We will get to be in this delicious stillness together. And I want to invite you to be really open and not judge those things that come to mind while you're visioning, whether you see colors, whether you sense or smell something, whatever comes, don't edit it, don't censor it, don't judge it. It's going to be a very valuable clue for your own exploration later, as you all have the opportunity to set your own personal intentions for the year. So for me, my intention that came from the visioning Nicki led us through is compassion, self-compassion, and compassion for others. I know that in this visioning, I heard Spirit speak to me about the divinity of me, the truth of me. And there's a quality, I invite you to consider a quality that you might like to know more fully as your own life. This quality was asking me to shine a light upon it in my life going forward. So that is the beauty of what's available for us as we go through the service today. So I am going to invite Faith Rivera back up, and I want you all to take this music into the stillness with you. Just prepare yourselves for this beautiful visioning that Nicki will lead after Faith sings. Thank you, Faith.
There are times in my life when I am stronger than I've ever been. Oh, there are times in my life when I believe I can do no wrong. Oh, there are moments that yes, I can believe I am shining brighter. Sister, get up, yeah, believe in all that you can be. Brother, remember who you are. Be strong, hold tight to that vision, 'cause no one can ever take it away from you. Be strong, live your life with passion. You've got to keep on and hold tight to your vision. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, there'll be mountains to climb, more songs to sing, and tears to be cried. Ooh, there'll be moments of loss, moments of winning, a lifetime of love if I just keep in my mind without any doubt that I am flying higher. Sister, get up. Believe in all that you can be. Brother, you've got to know who you are. Be strong. Hold tight to that vision, 'cause no one can ever take it away from you. Be strong. Live your life with passion. You got to keep on and hold tight to your vision. This is your moment to rise up. You know the sun's coming out. Your new life starting now. Can't keep you down. Your spirit's rising. Oh, be strong. Hold tight to that vision, 'cause no one can ever take it away from you. Be strong and live your life with passion. You've got to keep on and hold tight to surrender to the sun is shining through to your vision. Your vision. Don't you ever give up, no, on your vision.
So staying in this field that faith has so beautifully prepared for us, I invite you to just get comfortable, feel yourself seated safely in your chair or your couch, your feet on the ground, breathing easily and moving effortlessly, closing your outer eyes and allowing the inner eyes to be your vision. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in, allowing your lungs to fill, holding at the top for just a moment, and then allowing the exhale to fully leave. Continue and following this flow for you and your breath as we proceed, anchoring in the knowingness that there is but one life and one power that is present and closer than our breath. I know it as love. I know it as peace and freedom. I know it as wholeness and infinite intelligence. I know it to be the truth of life. And as it is the all of the all of the all, I know that it is the truth of each and every one of us. For we cannot be separate from that infinite. We are all that spirit is, and yet spirit is so much more. And as we are ever expanding into the infinite possibilities, so it is from this place of oneness with the divine knowingness that is our birthright that we move forward today with our visioning, allowing the human ego to be placed off to the side just for a moment, and allowing our small, still voice to be heard, that divine wisdom to be revealed through this visioning. So as we move more fully into this inner knowingness, I ask you, what is Spirit's greatest idea for this upcoming year for you? As I ask that question, I ask you to listen with all your senses. It may appear as words or colors or pictures. There is only possibility. What is Spirit's grandest idea for this upcoming year for you? In that possibility, there is open expansiveness in which to receive the imprint of universal light and truth for you. What is Spirit's intention for you? It may show up as a God quality, wanting to be known and experienced. What is the feeling tone to be known? What might it look like or feel like? Allowing the space to come forward for how you would like to experience this intention. What is Spirit's grandest idea for this 2020 year that is special and unique for you? What must you embrace or accept for this intention to take shape? Allow all that is known and unknown to come forward. Allow all the creativity that is the truth of you to anchor in the experiences of this intention. What must you embrace? Again, allowing any words or colors or shapes. Try not to put a box around the intention as far as what form the intention takes. No need to attach a judgment or question what is presenting itself. Just remain open to receive God's imprint into the intention. What must be released or surrendered to make space for this new idea to have room to unfold, grow, and blossom? Is there anything that no longer serves you that could be let go of to make room for this new intention to grow? And lastly, is there anything else that needs to be revealed? Anything else that needs the space to be said? As we conclude this visioning, I give great thanks for the possibilities of life ever present, ever expanding. I give thanks for these truths and this community that invite me to always go deeper ever-expandingness of life. So I release this prayer and this vision into the action of the law, knowing it as good and very good, and knowing it is so. Now I invite you to just start moving in your chair, to gently bring your awareness back to the room, perhaps moving your fingers and your toes. And I just say thank you for allowing me to share this time with you. Namaste. Blessings. And now I invite Valerie to come up and take us through the next step of our process.
Nicki, that was awesome. Oh my gosh, that was like so amazing and just what I needed. Yeah, when Candace was talking about the coach that said, you know, people this year aren't setting intentions and goal setting and all that we, you know, do at the beginning of the year, I think I fell into that bucket. Not because of the what for, because I definitely do not fall into that bucket, but I think, you know, one of the core wounds that I deal with is not enough. So in that, like, not enough, right, I got stuck in the not enough track and not taking the time, right, to do that. So I get the pleasure of talking to you, love bugs, about intention setting and affirmations. And as I was with this topic this week, you know, what came up, and my first little bullet point that I wanted to kind of remind us before we got into actually creating affirmations, I'm going to support you in creating them if you haven't before. And if you have, then yay, we get to create some new ones, is that you choose what you name your experiences, right? That we are so at choice. And so I just want to remind us, you know, this time of year, we're in back to the basics, right? And while that might seem a little bit basic, we're at choice. It's just good to remember, right? That, like, I get to choose. And also, you know, that we're responsible, right, for our choices, and we're responsible for our life, and we're empowered, right? And in Science of Mind, you know, we talk about what you think about, you bring about. So we're responsible for what we're thinking and how we're guiding and directing, you know, our lives. And so I just, you know, wanted to remind us of that too. Sometimes I wish I wasn't responsible and it was somebody else's job to do and it wasn't up to me. And so, you know, these are just some little things I personally, as I've gone about, you know, this last 2 or 3 weeks and this past week preparing to come be with all of you, that I've been chewing on, is that I'm at choice, and that, you know, I choose what I name my experience, and that I'm responsible. And then also, you know, we're giving you a taste of a lot of different spiritual practices today in our service. And that I just wanted to remind you that you have freedom, you know, in spiritual practice, right? You, back to this choice thing, get to choose, like, which works for you. So, so those are just a few things I wanted to share with you. And, you know, after visioning, you know, what we want to do is, you know, move into spiritual practice for supporting our intentions for the year. And, you know, out of visioning, you may not have a clear idea of what your intention is or what you want to lean into and cultivate for this year, but you will have come out of it with an idea of how you want to experience it, that feeling tone, right? And then we use that feeling tone to guide our affirmations. So, but before we get into actually practicing writing affirmations, I just wanted to remind us sort of the difference between intentions and goals. And, you know, goals are a destination or a specific achievement, and intentions we live out each day. And it's independent of achieving a goal or a destination. And goals are external achievements, whereas and tensions are about your relationship with yourself and others. So that's just a little, reminder for us. So back to, I just want to invite you to go back to, when you're visioning and look at, your notes from your visioning that we just did and see, what was the feeling tone, right, that came out of that. And we want to let that feeling tone guide our affirmation, right? So, maybe you wanted to feel joy, or maybe you wanted to feel freedom, or maybe you wanted to feel peace, right? Whatever that feeling is, you want to let the feeling tone guide our affirmations versus the doingness, right? And just as a reminder, affirmations are present tense, positive, and they're personal, right? They're personal to you. And it's something that you can place on your refrigerator or a little sticky note on your computer. I have a few that I pulled out. I personally haven't been working with affirmations a lot in this form that I'm going to show you right now, but I used to. I have a bunch of little, here's some fun little cards, right? I made this affirmation a long time ago. Abundance is my true nature. And then here on the back side, my bank account is full and overflowing. I am enough and I have enough, right? So that's personal to me, right? And it's present tense, right? So, and it's positive, right? Remember that you want it to be positive. Here's one. I know it might be, for those of you know me personally, you might find this hard to believe, but sometimes I struggled with speaking my truth. I found it was more in romantic relationships, or if it was confronting something I was uncomfortable. So I had an affirmation. I speak my truth, right? I speak my truth. That's examples of some affirmations that you can write. I wanted to be more creative, and I had creation flows through me with ease and grace. And then, I love this one, you guys. I create from the emptiness and the void. So those were all affirmations that I created for myself to support myself in, right? We choose, right, how we experience life. So affirmations support us in choosing, right, that higher path, because we're human beings. People trigger us. And sometimes, we want to take the low road and, say a few little things that aren't nice and kind to others. And so affirmations support us in, right, living our highest self, right? They support you in that mindset piece. And for those of you that have been in class, this is a public service announcement for our upcoming foundation class. But if you want to learn any of these things we're talking about today and you haven't taken foundation, it will truly change your life. And if you want to talk to me more about that, I can give you stories of how, someone's gone from dying to living, right, by taking the foundation class. So if you are all inspired by any of the things that the practitioners have shared with you today, I highly encourage you to sign up for the foundation class and come to our morning spiritual practices, 7 a.m. call, so that you can, start your day off with that, with affirmations and prayer. And let's see if there's anything else I want to share with you before I pass the baton to Jeff. So I'm going to pass the baton back to Jeff, and he is going to just dive a little bit deeper into spiritual practices. And if any of you need help with writing affirmations, message me through Facebook. I'm happy to help you, or any of the practitioners today. We really want to support you in your spiritual practices. So I pass the baton to you, Jeff.
Thank you, Valerie. Thank you so much for the absolutely perfect setup. And I love what you said, that we get to choose. We get to choose. And the activity that we're stepping through right now is, yes, we get to choose intention. And what Nicki took us through is opening ourselves up in that visioning to allow that still small voice to speak in, as, and through us to co-create with God. Therefore, it's not just me, it's not just God. I'm co-creating. I'm coming down on the playing field. Now, the great question is, as Candace so nicely said, you know, let's not limit ourselves. It could be a smell, it could be a color, it could be an image, a tree. What does this mean, and what do I do with all of this now? And spiritual practices, which are fabulous in our life. And there's 3 that you can see on the screen now. You know, and what are they? Journaling, meditation, and affirmations. And what I always choose to know is if I make something too big, it's never going to get done. And intentions at the beginning of the year, I don't care if you call them New Year's resolutions, these are intentions. And as each individual, each practitioner shared, you're not supposed to have these done by Tuesday, okay? This is like taking all of these ideas from the visioning into spiritual practices. What are they? Journaling, meditation, affirmations. Journaling, you don't have to write a book. You know, basically, what are the spiritual practices? I like to make lists. That's easy. You know, take what is, you know, I accepted, you know, what I embraced, the things I'm releasing, those things that are not serving me. I list them. I've started to journal. It's as easy as that. Don't overdo it. You don't even have to write sentences if you don't want to. The next one's meditation. And it doesn't have to be sitting in a room for hours with your eyes closed and that's fine. That's fine if it works for you. It's creating that space where everything else falls away. I clear it away in order to allow that still small voice to bubble up within me, where I then re-engage in that co-creating with God. I know people that meditate while they vacuum, wash dishes, walk, be in nature, swim, ride bike. I used to do it on the 405, eyes open, of course, to and from work, but it was my alone time to allow things to rise to the surface. And that's what this process is. And then as Valerie so nicely said in regards to affirmation, I like to use those. And, you know, we take the information that Nicki so beautifully guided us through in those notes, and anyone that paints or draws or creates, you start with a blank canvas. You make a sketch, and over time, you fill it in, and part of that is intuitiveness. It's playing. And you know, the process of stepping into this activity, this process, you know, sometimes I think we forget to play and we forget to dream. And that is the part of these spiritual practices. It's not just all serious and I have to get the form out of this. And what does this all mean? It's, I get to play. I get to dream. And, you know, the way I do it is I like to take all 3 of these. And if you remember this slide that Susie shared at the beginning of each service, or whoever the board member is, in regards to our spiritual practices, the little circles that have the arrows that one points to the other one. And the last one says, repeat. Don't conquer the whole intention. Take one of these pieces like it's a brick in a wall. Write about it, meditate about it, maybe then take an affirmation about it. You know, the theme is looking ahead, but it's looking ahead in every now moment. It's like driving a car. We're driving the car. We have this vague intention. And remember, this is a road trip. And you're not just going to the grocery store. This is a year-long intention. Follow the signs. Follow the gifts. Allow it to form and don't force it. That when we're in the driver's seat, I'm not moving, the vehicle is. Yes, I'm looking ahead, but you know, every now and then I've got to look in my rearview mirror to see where I've come from. What are the beliefs? Can I choose to change a belief on how I step forward and move forward? All of this is an activity. So my spiritual practices are the journaling, the meditation, the affirmations. Putting it into the affirmation is maybe today I stand in the power that I am, the power that I know that is God. And with every step, every breath, every activity, and maybe I take something that I need to release and I let go of any fear that is in my way, for I ask it to step aside. As Ernest Holmes says, there's only light, and the only darkness that's in the light is the shadow that I cast. That's my affirmation. And I can change it at any point. All of this is very fluid. Play with it. Dream with it. Have fun with it. Let's take a breath. And I'm grateful for all of the practitioners. And let's take this entire presentation into prayer. So I take a breath, I close my eyes and invite you to do the same thing. And as we take this theme of intention, what I first recognize is that which is God. And of course, my timer goes off. It is God speaking to me now. And I breathe into that intention, knowing that God is back of all life, every intention. And behind every intention is that greater prayer that I may know as love, as peace, as joy, as balance. As I know this truth of God, I know it of my life. And as I am very anchored in knowing that the very essence of my being is that which is God, I know it of each and every one of us. And a prayer for one is a prayer for all. As I now speak my word, this truth, that it is the very essence of each and every one of us. For whatever that intention is, what I truly know is my highest good is unfolding in God with every step, every breath, every activity that I am engaged. For this ethereal power and presence breathes my lungs and beats my heart. I am so thankful for this word and this knowingness. I am grateful for the music, the words, the practitioners, Faith Rivera, and each and every Namaste member. I rest this word into the action of the law, only knowing it is so. Knowing it is done. There's nothing else to do except certainly say, and so it is. God bless each and every one of you. And we are so blessed to have Faith with us as she brings in one more song.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Candace. Thank you, Nicki. Thank you, Valerie, for such an empowering message today. I was taking notes just like everybody else. Yes, thank you. And I love what you said, Jeff, about looking forward, but being here and now. So this is what this song is called, Here and Now, that I wrote with David Roth. And it's filled with affirmations, intentions, and just that feeling tone of us just wanting more, to step into that more that God wants for us. So feel free to repeat after me when you hear the intention part where I say, I allow, I enjoy, I receive, I embrace, I commit, I invite, I believe. And just feel how good it can feel as we are lifted up by their words. And hopefully this song, here we go. Gonna turn this trickle into a flow, saying hello to a new life. Gonna let the riches in my life grow. Now is my time, this is my time to have everything that I truly deserve. and there's more. And I know that prosperity starts in my mind, here and now, here and now. Gonna dive right into a sea of joy, going deeper to my treasure, and I drink in every precious drop. I am richer, so much richer. I can be everything that I dream I can be in my life. And I know that prosperity starts in my mind, here and now, here and now. I allow, I enjoy, I receive, I embrace, I commit, I invite, I believe. I open up my arms to this big wide world, saying, come on, bring it all on. Gonna ease on down this yellow brick road, full of wonder, so much wonder. I can be everything that I choose to be, and I know that prosperity starts in my mind, here and now, here and now. I allow, I enjoy, I receive, I embrace, I commit, I invite, I believe. Here and now, sing that with me. Here and now, I allow. Here and now, I embrace. Here and now, I invite. Here and now, I enjoy. Here and now, I receive. Here and now, here and now. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Faith. That was beautiful. Oh, I love your songwriting. And thank you again from all of us here at Namaste for being with us. Well, Namaste, this is the time in the service that we like to remind, I like to remind myself and remind everybody out there that this Center for Spiritual Living has so much to offer everyone. And we do that through the wonderful gifts and tithes that come from you. We support our greater Long Beach community in outreach. And you, as you know, if you're familiar with our philosophy of Science of Mind, you know, we give out of the fullness of our hearts. We give because we have received so much. And we utilize online, you can go to our website and utilize Give Plus, or you can utilize the app called Venmo. But what's important here is to know that there is a law of circulation, and that if you have been spiritually fed by Namaste at any point along the journey that you are on, show us in your tithes and offerings. We are grateful. We are so, so profoundly grateful for all of the gifts that we receive. So we have gone a tiny bit long, and what I want to do now is lead us into our benediction. So Paulette, if you would bring everyone up on screen, including yourself, I will lead us in the benediction. We'd love to see everyone who participated in the service. All right, Jeff, Valerie, Nicki, Susan, Veronica, thank you. Our beautiful Paulette, Director, and Faith. Thank you, thank you. It takes a village to do this. We are so happy to be here and share this powerful message of science of mind and spirit. So please join me, everyone, in our benediction. Something wonderful
is happening
right now.
It is this
thing called life.
Life is
Mind.
life is
my body.
Life is
All that I am.
life is
all that we are.
I
accept it.
I
have it.
I share
it with all.
That's the way it appears.
just the way
That's the way it appears.
And
Just the way it appears not.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, that was our best fun prayer.
everyone.
Don't forget, join us for happy hour Thursday. Change the night, sing along.
Amen.
Have a great week.
For spiritual practices.
Aloha, namaste.
bye-bye.
Yes.